too much straight to our next conversation. The fight for the 2026 All Progressives Congress APC governorship ticket in Ekiti State took a twist when two aspirants were disqualified by the National Working Committee and WC over their inability to meet the necessary requirements of the party's constitution. That decision left Governor Biodun Oyebanji and Atinuke Omolayo cleared to contest the governorship primaries, but Omolayo later stepped down and endorsed the governor, leaving the door open for the adoption of the consensus option for the primaries by the national leadership of the APC. As such, APC has affirmed the candidature of Governor Oyebanji as the consensus candidate of the party for the election. At the primary in Ado-Ekiti this Monday, the Senate leader, Senator Kweyemi Bamidele, moved the motion, which is seconded by the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Stephen Aribashoyi. The chairman of the Affirmation Congress Committee and Governor of Kogi State, Ahmed Usman Ododo, said the affirmation is a reflection of Governor Oyebanji's giant strides in various sectors which have benefited the people of Ekiti. Now let's share this story with you.
It is on this note, I allow them to present Mr. Oyebanji to the entire people of Ekiti State so that those carrying rumor, those destructive, that it is no longer game as usual. We are laying a template of unity, a template of progress.
Dearest party leaders and members, a moment ago, you elected me as the 2026 governorship candidate of our great party, the APC, emerging through a statewide consensus decision of our members. Your endorsement today is an affirmation of the wishes of thousands of our members who made similar decisions in the wards and local government congresses that held 2 days ago. I deeply appreciate your decision and hereby accept this honor to fly the flag of our great party in the governorship election that comes next year.
I mean, the APC's decision in Ekiti to adopt a consensus approach instead of a competitive primary. Talk to me. Did this come to you as a surprise?
Yeah, because I've been following the trend, it didn't come to me as a surprise. What came as a surprise was the fact that somebody stood up. When I mean someone now, I mean Kayode Ojo, you know, trying to test his skills and test his popularity. And that, to me, makes me to go deeper in knowing what is really going on. Because we're used to, you know, someone having that second time on a platter of gold.
Almost automatically.
So for someone to say, hey, so I would have preferred that, oh, why don't you allow this person to come on stage? But then we understand that the committee believes it wasn't qualified. But we've had the camp of Kayode Ojo even come on TVC to say that, see, I was told that I'm not a member of this party. I've been a lawmaker under this party, and this is my card as a member of this party. That's his own defense. So for me, I believe that the governor has a job to do to see how we can reconcile, you know, Kayode Ojo's camp. Let me be very direct about this, because otherwise, as a governor, it should be easy for you to get your second-term ticket on a platter of gold.
But do you think the governor is scared of competition, like a primary?
The word scared, it may not be the right word, but I feel
he was concerned.
Politics, yeah.
He was concerned.
Yes, he was concerned. And the word in politics, sometimes you may not want to take it for granted.
Yeah, I don't want
what is giving this guy any surprise? Any surprise? But there is more to it. Maybe when GKB gives his own submission.
I mean, do you think this goes against internal democracy within the party in the state?
No. Don't forget what happened in 2006 at the democratic elections in the U.S.
Okay.
When Hillary Clinton was virtually forced onto the members of the Democratic Party. Don't forget, it was also the same thing that happened last year when the vice president was also maneuvered to become the party candidate when Biden stepped down. So it's not peculiar. I will give you examples for you to know there's nothing peculiar about when the party decides that it will be our own best interests to let the status quo remain going forward. Don't forget that Ekiti is an homogeneous state. They are all brothers. I know there's no fights worse than fights between brothers. Because you cannot use ethnicity or tribalism within the context of Ekiti politics. But I think what the Kayode Ojo challenge brought on board was the fact that there's a very powerful Ekiti sons and daughters at the federal level who are already planning to come back home and become governor in 4 years. They do not want to come and face a sitting governor. So Kayode Ojo started up a lot of ruckus, if I can use that, across the board. Not only against the governor, whom most people thought was colorless and bland, against the man that had the support of, very first time in Ekiti history, all the former governors lined up behind the governor, basically to ensure that was given a free ride. But despite that, people still came out to challenge the efficacy of his performance. I was in Ekiti about a month or 2 months ago. A lot of my friends work with the governor. Senator Oyebanji and I have been friends for God knows how long. But nobody in his right mind will tell you that the governor has performed beyond expectations. He has performed, granted, but not beyond expectations. And I think that's what he needed to look at now that he has the tickets, to make sure that Ekiti people, because a governor that is performing at a particular level cannot be challenged. People will tell the family of the contender to call their son to order. But for Kayode Ojo to move to that level, forcing the national NWC to come in and find a way to ensure the governor gets a free ride, to me, is a wake-up call to the Oyebanji camp. That whatever you think you've done in the last 3.5 years, you need to do more. I'm not going to say this because I had an accident in Ekiti. That I'm not, that for a road that was so bad that I could not even fathom. But that's me. I'm not from Ekiti. That's their problem. I will not go back to their states for until roads are fixed. What I'm making is that any governor that has to go through this in a party where you are in power at the center, where your party is in control of the center, where you are in total control of the state, almost total control of the region, and some of your sons are basically high-rise people in the government in Abuja. You should not be going through this. But I understand the problem. Because like I said, I was an eyewitness to what really happened, and I thought, if the man has done so well, this road should not be like this.
But this consensus approach, do you think it might affect the APC's unity as they go into, ahead of the 2026 governorship election?
So, just building on this, you see, the person of Kayode Ojo, it's important that people also understand how it came about. This was someone who contested against the former governor, that's Kayode Fayemi. This was someone that, before his second term, it wasn't so clear whether he was coming for a second term. He was already a minister then. So the likes of Kayode Ojo were already believing that the ticket was sure for them. And suddenly, Kayode Fayemi came into the picture, and it's as good as the deal is done. So when he got the ticket, the likes of Kayode Ojo will still say, after all, when you finish, we will try and also become governor. And lo and behold, you anointed your own person. So such a person may say that, can I wait for 8 years? Why don't I try to see, like you said, maybe the issue of performance may be an issue, but I was, media is very powerful.
Yeah, sure.
I was already taken aback that, I was already carried along that this guy is not going to have any contention before we saw the likes of Kayode Ojo. So for me, I think that they need to bring him into a room, they need to talk to him, they need to have a conversation now that he has emerged as candidate. Shouldn't be taken for granted. So, because if they had gone into contention, who knows, the party might be more fragmented going into general election.
All right, we have Olajide calling in from Ogbomoso. Olajide, let's talk.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone there.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, hello. I just want to, I don't want to take you people back, but I want to talk on the last topic you just discovered. You just talk about
real quick. Yes, real quick.
On the reduction of food items. Anyway, I just think that in the Nigeria of today, people don't like what, because I don't see reason why we are buying a bag of rice at a very low price and people are still complaining. Anyway, to me, I think it's all politics now. The election is going nearer, and the people in government, they want to take the people with them. So I think that is the reason why things are coming nearer now. Because I know by the end of the
all right, thank you.
Election.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. So he was trying to take us, but looking at, I need you to just land on your thought, because the unity of the party is very, very important right now. The backers, the supporters of Kayode Ojo and all, they are not happy about this situation.
So, like I said,
the party was making.
Yes.
They have to be in a room. They have to have a frank talk.
Yes.
It shouldn't be discarded, shouldn't be disregarded. People should not take it for granted that, the ruling party is APC at the federal, the state is at the federal, former governors are behind me. It is about the people that will vote.
Yes.
And this man, if he's to be believed, Kayode Ojo, all he's been saying is that it's for Asiwaju's progressive ideas to have its roots in the state. So I feel such a person should not be disregarded. He should be called into a room. He should be spoken to.
Okay.
If he feels aggrieved about the consensus issue, they should iron it out.
Iron it out. Adesoye calling in from Surulere. Let's talk.
Hello.
Yes, good evening. Let's talk.
Good evening, sir. Well done. I did appreciate what you people are doing. And I think Bao deserved the person that contend with him, because Bao did not perform very well. I'm from the state. I just came back there yesterday, and the way there is terrible. Considering the amount of money received from Central, Lagos State, the state is supposed to be more better than that. And I'm even ashamed that Lagos State government can come and commission one road on the ring road in Ekiti State. Because if our
all right, thank you. All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, oh dear, we need to go on this quick break. I have GKB right here and Kayode Ladendi. So in rounding off this conversation, the consensus confirmation, does it reflect the will of the majority of APC members in the state, or just the elites or the political office holders?
The governor has some time to make up all the different factions of the party. And there's enough time towards the election for everybody to come on board. Because it's obvious that the party has made up its mind that they are going to go with the governor.
Okay.
Which I have absolutely nothing against. But so for the people of Ekiti State to now decide whether they want Bao, as they call him, to continue, or they want to go in another direction. So to me, the decision is basically between the Ekiti electorate and their God. For the governor, my advice is what I said earlier. If you thought or you believe you've done enough, you should not be in a position where you are challenged by anybody. Don't forget that the state in the southwest, where the governor did extremely well, he was still eased out of office. Not to talk of a governor when there are some question mark about his claim to achievements.
Okay.
So if I were to be him, I would listen to everybody and then put them within the context of what they can afford. Then move forward as one team.
Then rounding off this conversation, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm just going to, so that I don't sound like a broken record. The governor needs to have a tete-a-tete with the aggrieved people. He needs all of them in the general election, in the state election. And so it shouldn't be treated like he's a nobody.
Okay. All right, gentlemen.